and see him on MTV. And we're just about ready, aren't we? And we're ready! Yes.
Nightmare, hi.
Welcome, George. We just throw the stuff together.
Trying to fight off your sound man.
Were you?
He was mauling me, I was being mauled.
Tony, he does do that. He was all right there, wasn't he? He was nice with you. George, welcome.
Welcome.
Good to have you
Hello,
here.
thank you.
Must say something. You'll never remember this because you meet millions of people, but you were my first time.
Doing what?
In Brussels. My first ever TV interview
All right.
was with you.
I don't remember.
Yes, it was the
You've been groomed since then, you see. So
I've got a lot older. No, I've got a lot older since then.
No, you've got a lot more slick.
No, I don't think so, have I?
Yeah, you've got a lot more slick. Hairdo, flash clothes.
Hairdo, flash clothes. This
hardly
is Cecil
recognise
G,
it.
this is. It's not flash.
You were a hippie then, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. You thought I had a fixation with James Dean, if I remember. Anyway, you were really charming with me, yeah, and it was...
Thanks, I do try.
You do, you do. How you doing?
Very well, thanks, yeah.
You just come back from an Eastern Bloc tour.
I've been doing a lot of shows in kind of strange places in the last couple of years, yeah. I've been to Budapest, did a nice tour of East Germany, which is no longer East Germany. Yeah. Czechoslovakia, that was really good.
Did you see, was it like...
Russia.
I know, and you did a big 30,000 people in
Yeah,
Moscow.
that was a kind of Hare Krishna concert, so it wasn't really just me, you know.
Did you meet a lot of the people? Like, did kids come up to you? Did they sort of like remember Boy George and Culture Club?
Actually, we played in Russia twice. I played in Russia about 2 years ago at this French rock festival, and yeah, there were people kind of skating. There were a lot of people skating. It was in Gorky Park, and a lot of people coming up and asking me to sign their arms and their T-shirts, and some of them had like really old books with Culture Club books, and it was kind of weird, you know. They did know who we were, yeah.
Oh, good.
They knew about Culture Club anyway.
Now you take this is interesting. You know, I hope you take a little kitchen on tour with you, a little flight case full of your own food and stuff. Don't
Well, I've been a vegetarian for about 5 years, and trying to get vegetarian food, particularly in Eastern Bloc countries, they actually think you're insane. They can't understand, especially in Russia, they can't understand why you don't want to eat their very nice chicken. And you kind of, you know, they just don't understand. They're like, why? You know, and you kind of order salad and they bring you fish, and they really try to force it on you, you know. So what I do is I bring some vegetables, and I bring like a wok, got an electric wok, and a little ring and some parts, and you know, it's in a flight case.
Does the wok work on electric?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's not as good as the actual real thing, the Chinese one, but it works, you know. It's better than eating cheese and...
chicken.
When I went to Russia, actually, the first time, I had to live on cheese and bread for 3 days. And actually, the bread, I had to keep cutting it in half because the bread stunk of salami. Because it was in a plastic bag with a piece of salami, a bit of bread and a bit of cheese. You know, you have to be kind of, you know, grateful because...
Yeah, sure.
You know, you can't be rude to these people.
No,
because they're really, you know, they're doing their best.
I know. That's what most of their lives are like that.
And Russian people are really very nice as well. Really sweet.
Did you, Jesus Loves You, are you happy with the way the band's going?
Yeah, I'm happy with the way it's going.
You've got a new album due out next year.
Well, I'm working on a new album, yeah. I mean, it's not finished yet. I mean, the problem is that I'm writing my autobiography, and it's kind of taken a lot longer than I thought it would. And it's been going on and on and on, and it still isn't finished.
If you buy the CD, you get a little bit of...
A little bit, yeah, but there's much more than that. I mean, it's...
of course there is.
There's a lot more.
How do you remember it all? Is it difficult to remember anything?
I've got a really good memory. There are some things that I don't remember. I mean, the guy that I'm working on the book with interviewed a lot of my friends, and didn't interview a lot of my friends because a lot of them didn't want to be interviewed. There were a few people that didn't want to be in the book, and I'm sure there's going to be a few people who will be upset when it comes out, you know, because not because it's a nasty book, but because people always expect the worst. People keep, you know, I've been getting quite a lot of phone calls in the last sort of few months, hysterical phone calls from people saying, "You better not,
can I tell that?
I'll see you, you know, I'll see you in court." So it's kind of interesting because, you know, it's not a sort of a cruel book. It's really intended to make people laugh and make people understand, you know, what sort of things I went through in Culture Club, and, you know, the drugs and the fame and the other side of that. You know, so it's kind of interesting. It's good fun.
That's good. It's called Take It Like a Man.
Take It Like a Man.
When do you expect to finish it then?
I expect to finish it hopefully by Christmas, but probably after Christmas, knowing my luck. But it's going really well.
How big is this book going to be, do you think?
Not big. I was writing about Andy Warhol today when I met Andy Warhol and Quentin Crisp, so that was good fun. Certain people are really good fun to write about because they're so colourful and you can really go into good descriptions. And other people are hard to write about.
Whatever happened to, this might be one of the guys who doesn't want to be in your book, whatever happened to Marilyn?
Marilyn's really in the book quite a lot, and Marilyn sort of, I suppose, is the villain of the piece. You know, Marilyn, you know, I mean, I think there are going to be people who read it and think, God, what a monster. But Marilyn's sort of got many sides. You know, he's a really, really intelligent person and very interesting. And I suppose one of the reasons why I was really attracted to Marilyn as a person was because he was such a laugh. You know, he didn't care. He did what he felt like doing, and I really admired that. You know, it got us into a lot of trouble, but I really admired that because when I started Culture Club, I became very kind of confined. You know, I sort of became trapped by my success, and so Marilyn came back into my life after living in LA for a couple of years, and really dragged me out of my shell. You know, dragged being the operative word, and you know, we had a lot of fun together, and I really have a lot of love for him. You know, I think he's a really colourful person. I mean, if everyone was boring, you know, what a kind of dull world it would be.
Sure.
Really.
What's he doing now, though?
The last I heard, he was on holiday in Thailand having a laugh.
Non li riavrai mai i tuoi soldi.
Oh sì?